Once you've created your profile, you're ready to enter your food for the last 3 days, which you've been recording on your food log. Once you click submit, it will bring you to this page where you're logged in, and it should show your ID number in the corner. The first step, you're going to go to track food and activity. It will then bring you to this page where you're going to enter the food that you've eaten for the last 3 days. This is important. Enter the first date as the first day you began your food log. Look at the top of your food log for day 1 where it says date and enter that as your first day for entering food. In the search bar, you should have it say all foods, and then you can look for exactly what you ate. Remember that you have to be very specific. The more specific you are, the more accurate your reports will be. First, I'm going to enter what I ate for breakfast. For breakfast, I had toasted oat cereal. Once you search for it, it will show up on the side. You then have to select your serving size. I had 1 cup. You also have to enter which meal you ate that for. Then you click add. You'll see it pop up under the meal that you added it to, and you'll also see your bar graph move. This shows you your total percentage of how much of that food group you ate that day. I ate cereal, but it also had milk and a banana in it. It's important that I add these things as well to get the full points on the project. I now have to enter the milk that I ate in my cereal. Make sure that you're selecting the right type of everything so that your food tracker is the most accurate. For my milk, I only had 3/4 of a cup. Make sure that you're putting which meal you're eating this for. You'll see this pop up under my breakfast along with my cereal, and then you'll see my bar graph move. I also had a banana, so I'm going to have to add that as well. Remember to put this all under breakfast. When it gives you options like this, make sure that you're picking the correct option. I had a plain banana, so I'm going to select raw. I have to select that I had 1 medium banana, and remember to add it to the correct meal each time. Make sure that you're adding it to the correct meal by checking the meal and making sure that the food you added is listed under it after each time you enter a new food. Also make sure that your bar graph is changing, because this means that your food is being entered. If you're entering food and it's not going into your meals, this is going to be a waste of time and you're going to have to redo it. So it would be better to catch that mistake in the beginning. Now that I'm done with my breakfast, I'm going to have to enter my lunch. For lunch, I had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Instead of typing peanut butter and jelly sandwich, I'm going to type whole wheat bread. I have to find the 100% whole wheat bread, and then I'm going to have to put that I had 2 slices since I had a sandwich. Now that I've started adding my lunch, I'm going to have to make sure that I click the lunch tab. Then I'll go check if it's under my lunch and my bar graph moved. On the bread, since I had a peanut butter and jelly, now I have to type peanut butter. I had chunky peanut butter. I had 2 tablespoons, and I had this for lunch. The last thing I have to add for my sandwich is the jelly. I tried to type strawberry jelly, but it didn't pop up, so now I'm typing jelly to best match. Look at the search results and match the one that best goes with what I actually ate. I'm going to select all flavors since mine wasn't reduced sugar and it wasn't sweetened with artificial sweetener. You're going to have to use your best judgment when you're filling out the SuperTracker. For jelly, I only had 1 tablespoon. Make sure that you're adding that to your lunch. And make sure that you're checking each time you add something to make sure it's getting entered into your log. Another important thing to remember is to make sure that you're entering your beverages that you had during each meal. Sometimes that's easy to forget, but it's an important part of your nutrition, and you're going to want to have that in your reports. I had a cup of milk with lunch, so I'm going to want to make sure to add that to my lunch. Next, I'm going to add what I had for dinner. For dinner, I had 1 pork chop, 1 baked potato, and a glass of water. I'll type in pork chop and then I'll select the best option from the search results that matched what I ate for dinner. Mine was grilled, so I'm going to select the chopped, broiled, baked, or grilled option. Remember to use your best judgment and to be as specific as possible. I'm going to say that I had a medium chop, and I'm going to say that I had that for dinner. Remember that if you're using any condiments, that would be ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce, any dressings, you have to make sure that you're adding these things or else your report will not be accurate. I have to write now that I had a baked potato, and then I'm also going to have to add that I had butter on my potato because it's important to add the condiments that you ate as well. I had 1 small potato, I would say, for dinner, so I'm going to add that. Then I am going to add the butter next. I had margarine, not real butter, so you have to make sure that you put that. I only had 2 teaspoons of butter, and I'm going to have to add that to my dinner. The next thing I'm going to add is my water that I had with dinner. Do not forget to add your water. I'm going to select tap because I drink it from my sink at home. If you don't know how much you drank, a good estimate would be 8 fluid ounces. This is a regular sized cup. I have to put that I had that with my dinner. Lastly, I'm going to have to enter what I had as a snack for this day. As you can see, with each thing that I enter, my bar graph is changing dramatically. This is good. You want this to happen. If you didn't have any snacks for the day, you don't have to enter them. That goes the same for if you wrote, I didn't eat breakfast this day. Then you won't enter anything for breakfast, lunch, etc. You'll enter all the foods that you ate though, and be very specific with them as well. For snack, I had a graham cracker. I had 2 graham crackers. So I'm going to look up graham cracker, and then when my serving size pop up, I'm going to make sure that I write 2. 2 graham crackers. And now you'll pick snacks. You'll add that. I'll go check if it's in there. You might have to scroll down to see all of your food items. So there's snacks at the bottom after I scrolled down. And there's my 2 graham crackers. And I also had a cup of milk. So I'm going to have to add my cup of milk. Even though I had milk at breakfast, I have to add it again because I had it again as a snack. Select snack, select how much you had, and add that. Now that my day is complete, I'm ready to enter day number 2. This means you'll look at your log for day number 2, look at the date at the top of that, and you'll select the date on the top of your day log number 2. Once you click to the next day, it's going to give you a brand new template and it's going to say total eaten 0. This does not mean that you deleted all your food. That just means that it's back on the first day you started, which is exactly what you're supposed to do. Now for day 2, you're going to do exactly what I did for day 1 and enter everything that's on your food log for day 2. The same thing goes for entering your food for your 3rd and last day of your food log. You can click on the calendar and select the 3rd day, or it might be easier to just click the next button, and that will bring you to the next day. Now you're going to repeat what we did for day 1 and day 2, and you're going to enter all the food that's on your day 3 log. Make sure that the date at the top in the top corner matches the date on the top of your food log. Once you've entered all your food, you're ready to go and generate your reports, which I've done in a separate video. Make sure that you've entered all 3 days on the correct date in the correct order so that your report will be accurate.